All right, now it's the end of the week. I'd like to suggest to you my Netflix documentary of the week.
Ooh.
Now, this one's not for the faint of heart. Have you ever heard of the man John McAfee?
I feel like he's the guy that created that security system for your computer, right?
You're
McAfee?
100% correct. He created the
Didn't
antivirus.
Didn't they say he murdered someone?
He absolutely did. And this is what's crazy about McAfee. Is like he made hundreds of millions of dollars in the 90s creating the antivirus software that we all had.
Yeah.
And then based off of that, he went down through this really dark tailspin of trying to run a cult. Doing yoga and things, becoming an ultra hippie, then moving down to Belize, and that's where he allegedly killed a man.
His neighbor, because he was frustrated with his neighbor and the dog, right?
Yes, but just as when you think, oh, it's a story about a crazy man, that's just the beginning. You know, it gets so much crazier. The fact that, I knew McAfee was crazy. I knew he was, accused of killing a man, and then he ran for president. I knew this, and I said, this guy is OJ crazy.
Yeah.
Then I started watching a little bit of the documentary, and he talks about, everything that he did down there, trying to create like a cartel that he'd run. And I was like, okay, maybe this guy is Jeffrey Dahmer crazy. Then they talk about how he liked young girls, 17, 18-year-old girls.
Okay.
And he was like the Hugh Hefner of Belize.
Yeah.
But these girls were like really ugly, local girls. So I'm like, okay, that's still kind of crazy.
Well, they could be pretty to someone. Come on.
Well, the thing is, this is what gets crazier. This goes beyond Jeffrey Dahmer crazy, is that he never actually had sexual intercourse with him. He'd hold hands with him. He'd kiss him. He'd make out with him. He'd tell him he loved him. But when he wanted to get intimate, he had a hammock with a hole cut out, and he would have the girls sit in the hammock and poop in his mouth. Yes! That is John McAfee crazy. That is the craziest of all crazy. This was the man that ran for president after that.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yes, it is the grossest, and it's hard to fathom, and that's why it's my documentary of the week, because you cannot even fathom how crazy this maniac is until you get a peek of this, and it's called Gringo, the John McAfee story. That's on Netflix, and it's definitely my documentary of the week. Not for the faint of heart.
It doesn't actually show the scene,
no,
does it?
No.
Oh,
That's
man.
illegal even on Netflix. They won't let that happen. But that's what they did, and it's hilarious at the same time, because every one of the girls are like, so the documentarian would be like, so what would you do with him? And one by one, I poop in his mouth.
I can't even imagine. I can't even use public restrooms. How could you ever do that for your partner? I couldn't do that.
So just goes to show. Like, John McAfee is the all-time craziest person alive right now. Crazier than OJ, crazier than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, he's not eating people, so you can't say that.
He technically is.
In a different form, I guess. But they're still alive, so that's a good thing.
I'd rather eat a leg
Oh, gosh.
than a deuce. That's my Netflix documentary of the week. Check it out and then call me a weirdo for even recommending it.
Okay, I will.